Welcome to the video. In this one I'm playing one of the most unique games that I've seen in a while. I'm actually a bit blown away by this one, from the art style to the writing and just the way it's going about things. This is a must-see game. It's about the tales of King Arthur and it's a little overwhelming at first, but just stick with it, it gets better and better. This is my early look at Legends of the Round Table. I'm MadMorph and this is my channel where I play indie games, cozy games and games you've never heard of, and this is definitely a hidden gem, so like and subscribe for more like this and let's begin. Welcome to Legends of the Round Table. Let's jump in for the first time. Don't fully know what to expect from this.
Closer. Fear not. Why have you come to my 1,000-year-old tomb? In truth, my world was not so different from yours. Deep in their hearts, humans resemble each other, and that will not change anytime soon. Dreams are sometimes more telling than historical facts. The greatest dream of my time was the ideal of chivalry. To be a knight is to offer the very best of yourself, day after day, inspired by 4 virtues: love, prowess, largesse, and loyalty. Come closer now and look at this book. You will live the greatest adventure that the men and women of my time ever told, that of King Arthur and his round table.
Long, long ago on the Isle of Britain there ruled a king named Arthur Pendragon. He became enamored with Igraine, wife of the Duke of Cornwall. Under a spell cast by the enchanter Merlin, the couple conceived an illegitimate child. After birth, the child, Arthur, was entrusted to the attentive care of a knight. Ecotor raised Arthur as his son, alongside his natural son, Kay. After Uther's death, the kingdom became unstable, facing attacks from the Saxons and internal squabbling. One day, a magnificent sword embedded... nice. Literally turned the page. In a rock appeared in London. Reputed as a wise man, Merlin declared that whoever succeeded in withdrawing the sword from the stone would become the High King of Britain. The news spread through the kingdom, and so Sir Kay, who had just been knighted, decided to attend the tournament, accompanied by his father, Hector, and his younger brother and squire, Arthur. Okay. So I just saw like the artwork of this game and I thought that looks pretty neat. Let's check it out. Is this a loading screen or am I doing something? Okay, it's a loading screen. So beautiful I couldn't tell. Hold down the space bar. Oh, that's for skipping cutscenes. Okay. We be jousting. People are cheering.
Hector, Kay, and Arthur arrived in London after a long journey. The herald goes to announce the second day of the tournament.
Uther, High King, all this day is for you. Slain by Saxons, oh so brave and so true. Victors, you will pull the sword as your due. Man from all this land so wide, now do stand here side by side. Oh, what gallantry and pride! How the hardy men did shine by their valor and their ardor yesterday. But the boldest of them all, the King of Orkney, was the victor in the fray. Oh, the blood and agony, the fearful cries when ladies saw the helmets play. All eyes were on King Lot. He seized the sword in stone, but it refused to give. He will not have the throne, for it is worthiness, not strength, that must be shown.
Me when I make up songs while I play games.
Our knights respectfully salute the man dressed in Uther Pendragon's colours. Greetings, sires, and welcome to London, he exclaims. I am Elias, herald of this city.
I don't even know how we play this. I'm already in. Like, I'm sold already. just from the art and just that opening, I'm like, okay, like that's awesome and unique, and it looks beautiful. We've got down here, look, love, loyalty, 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 prowess, and lots of things going on. Let's find out. So we click continue.
It is a pleasure to see you at this illustrious tournament, he says cheerfully. By the way, Sir Ector and Sir Kay, you are fighting in the main event later today.
The narrating voice is fantastic, so full of character. Okay, so now we get options. Ask him about the battle that awaits us. Learn more about Aguisance and Meliant. Ask him about King Lot, who won the previous day's battle but failed to pull the sword from the stone. Ask for more information. Ask about the battle.
Sir Kay and Sir Ector must fight Sir Aguisance and Sir Meliant of Lys on horseback. They are formidable opponents.
Okay. Learn more about them.
Aguisance is the vassal of King Lot, who was the victor yesterday on the first day of the tournament. Like his sovereign, Aguisance is an outstanding fighter. He's known to be feisty and insolent.
Cool.
Meliant, meanwhile, is a promising young knight. He has great strength, yet he's contemptuous and immature.
Okay, we learned about them.
Before our hero turns away, Elias says a knight is waiting for Sir Ector farther down the road.
Quest log. Book. Oh my gosh, beautiful. Participate in the first combat of the day. Meet the man mentioned by the herald. The adventure's dialogues are recorded in the journal along with progression. Tabs allow you to navigate through the book. Click on the indicated tab to return to the chapter's beginning. The London Tournament. Okay. Use horse. To unmount, point and click on your character's horse when the cursor is displayed. Am I the old man? At any time it's possible to move the camera horizontally, keep the mouse wheel button down and move the cursor left or right. To move, hold the right mouse button and click in the direction. Talk to a character.
When Ulfius spots our heroes, he exclaims with earnest joy, "Here is my dear old Ector. Ah, dear friend, how happy I am to see you."
Can I... Ah, there's no options because it's a demo. I was going to try and turn down the music and turn her up, but...
These must be your sons, Kay and Arthur.
Space. Greet Ector's old friend, Ulfius, and introduce Arthur and Kay.
Ulfius is delighted. What a long time it has been, good old Ector. Let's have a friendly duel on foot, just you and me, to see which of us has the oldest bones.
Do you know what I love about this narration is, like, so often, right, you get the games doing and someone with a, you know, big, deep, listenable voice, because that's kind of what you want from a narrator, but this is so full of, like, character and, like, almost passion for the story that it's like, oh, it's, like, infectious, isn't it?
His former companion the blunt weapons they'd be using, but only to the first touché, he adds.
Except the duel.
Ector and Ulfius prepare for the battle, both quite excited to fight each other once again.
Okay, so here we've got fighting. Make tooltips appear by placing the cursor over the elements of the interface. It'll give you the additional information. Action points. Each combat turn, each knight starts with 3 action points. AP. Action points represent the passage of time and are spent blah blah blah. We know what an action point is. Knight actions displayed in the menu below. Tooltips detail their effects. Okay, so we've got lots of stuff we can do. Movement in combat costs action points. Moving 1 hex costs 3, while only 1 on horseback. Moving the cursor on the ground highlights the hexes that you can move to. Okay, move forward. To end your combat phase, click on the hourglass icon. If APs are remaining, 5 fatigue points will get removed. Okay, so that's how we get stamina back. I love turn-based combat. I love turn-based combat, but I'm not a fan particularly of the JRPG style. But everything else that's turn-based, I absolutely love, especially isometric or like top-down is probably my favorite from back in the day with like Fallout 1 and 2, like my favorite games ever. I don't know why I don't get into JRPGs, but I find that combat boring. You face your first challenge. You can face challenges in any uncertain situation, whether or not in combat. The top area indicates what type of challenge you're dealing with, and the challenge's difficulty, which is the total score of your opponent. Okay, 11. Difficulty 19. Okay. When you're not the challenge initiator, a total score equal to the challenge difficulty is enough to win it. See the calculation of the challenge in real time according to the traits, bonuses, and malices of your knight. When a card is selected, its value is added to the equation. Maths. The traits needed for a challenge are automatically defined by the type of challenge. The value of the traits present in the equation depends on those of your knight displayed below. Oh god. Select the card of your choice and experiment with the available combinations. Note that it's possible to validate a challenge without selecting any card. Click OK to validate your choice. So, we can choose love. Loyalty. Prowess. So we want... It's saying we want 11, right? And prowess is 11, so if I click 11... Oh, those are like base. Okay, and then I add to it. So this is like my base is at 11, which isn't enough to beat a difficulty of 19. So if I pick loyalty, which is 1, it goes to 12. So we're going to play the prowess... Actually play the loyalty card. This takes us to 21. Right. And then there. So is this like a deck builder? Because we just got another card there. Sir Ector's shield cracked to the belt. It's your turn. Okay, but now we're not doing points, are we just playing this stuff? Slash attack, aimed thrust attack, and these kinds of things? Hit an aimed slash. Where do you want to aim? Go for the right arm. We're only dueling. And now we get this again. Some challenges can be cancelled if you decide to do so. It might allow you to choose another option or to postpone a difficult challenge for a better time. When you initiate a challenge, such as when you attack a combat and a persuasion challenge, you succeed if your challenge total is above the total of your opponent. The higher the margin is, the more wounds you inflict in combat. Right. We need a 4, so I play a love card. I've got 5, takes us up over that. Okay. Fail. How? Cool animation there. I'm just like, I click buttons, screen does pretty things. So that was our AP, and we've got 1 of 3. Let's let it get fatigue points back. When facing a defense challenge, if the total score does not exceed the difficulty, the location wheel indicates the area of the body that will receive damage. Pay attention to the existing wounds of your knight. If an area of the body reaches -6, the knight will fall unconscious. He'll die if he receives -6 in a single hit. People can die. To avoid this, you can target an area that has not yet received a hit. I'll aim for the special square that prevents any damage to the knight. Only 1 special square can be present at a time. 3 special squares exist. So this is them attacking me, and we need to defend against it. And these are our numbers. We need an 8. And we've got an 8. We need a 20. Sorry, I'm going to get hit, aren't I? Like, I can only get to 19. And that also moves the wheel about where I'm taking the hit, interestingly, into a different spot. I mean, if I'm going to take the hit anyway, do I just play one of my low cards and let it happen? Rather than play that big 11. Left arm injured. 3 cowardice points. Sir Ector's armor, standard diameter butted mail, left sleeve, became useless. He got me.
The two knights fight admirably, landing their blows with enough agility and grace to inspire Arthur and Kay. Finally, Sir Ulfius gets a hit on Sir Ector.
My bad.
"What a battle, what a fight!" exclaims Ulfius. "Despite our age, we have not lost our touch." And Ector can only agree.
Ask him how he is.
The old knight is in good condition, but in any case, he will never stop fighting. It is out of the question. He dreams of a glorious death on the battlefield.
Ask for information about the sword and the stone? Oh, ask for tips for the tournament.
Kay and Ector could persuade the herald to give them a flattering introduction before their battle in the lists. This would make quite an effect and give them a certain advantage. On the other hand, adds old Ulfius with a laugh, it would be wise to have a few pennies in your pocket to be more persuasive.
Okay.
The knight holds back our heroes. When he hears this, Kay sneers. He does not need a lady to be brave. Ulfius starts laughing. Ector rolls his eyes and then thanks his friend.
Bum-ba-da-boom. Sorry, I didn't mean to skip that. I was literally just clicking the mouse and it went over the dialogue. Wants me to go back this way? Use a horse. A knight always travels on horseback. How do I open that log again to see? Book L. I think I have to go back first. Mount me horse. Select the leader. To change the group's leader, several controls are possible. Click on the banner in the lower interface. Click a knight on the group. Arthur. The manual goes into even more detail on the rules of the game. Okay. So let me just look at the log to see what they were saying about the lady. The knight holds back our heroes a moment. I saw a tearful young woman in London. If you help her, she'll be delighted to choose one of you as her champion. There's nothing like the prospect of winning a lady's favour to strengthen one's courage. Okay, let's try and find a crying lady. Lead the way, Arthur. Riding on your horse into this place. Play afraid looks like a tilled field. Plowed dirt everywhere. I mean, the animation is so good. What's happening here? Are we playing a game?
Two knights play chess in the shelter of a pavilion. The game seems to drag on and on. A knight with an impressive head of blonde hair notices our hero signaling that he would like to have a word. The knight greets him.
Greet.
This man, dressed in azure and gold,
Azure.
is called Urien.
Who is he?
Urien is King of Gore and King Lot's rival. I am married to the most fierce woman in all of Britain. For that reason alone, I will make the best High King this land has ever known. He laughs.
Ask him about King Lot.
Urien was delighted yesterday to see Lot fail to pull the sword from the stone. But Lot must not be underestimated, as he is a warrior and a leader.
Sword in the stone?
It is said that this sword just appeared one fine morning. In his opinion, there is enchantment about it all. But regardless, the knight is determined to try his hand and to succeed.
Okay.
The King of Gore pays no further attention to our hero.
Then I will take my leave. Look at them chickens. Ye old KFC right there. If you're crossing an intersection and change lane, to do so, point the cursor on the second lane and left click. Ah, to Londinium. I see. That's interesting. There's people up there, but they said the crying woman was in London, so let's go have a look. It's so pretty, dude. And the music, too.
Amazed, our knights passed the majestic gate to London, the largest town in all of Britain.
If you you're a knight of an old house, what would your sigil be? Like an animal or a symbol maybe that you have? Obviously a bear for me. Maybe like a bear paw.
Behind a stall selling rare and precious fabrics, a bronze-skinned merchant with a broad smile greets our knight. The merchant, named Basil, sells the most beautiful and fine products.
Great.
The man first shows muslin and camlet, and then various silk fabrics: alpine, pale, cycloton, osterine, sandal, samite, and more. Though the names are too many for our hero to remember, he's dazzled by the fabric's colors, textures, and sheen.
How is he?
Basil is delighted to be selling his wares in London. The tournament brings people from all over the country, and this is very good for business. He misses Constantinople, of course, but Britain is an enchanting land.
Okay.
Basil hopes our knight will come back to his shop before the end of the tournament.
Basil the merchant. Riding. Hello, little crow. Can't talk to the crow. Ah, what's happening here?
Two young people, a noble damsel and a gallant knight, hold hands, oblivious to the world around them. Their eyes glow with passion.
Great.
As if awakened from a dream, the damsel and the knight slowly greet our heroes. The damsel's name is Carenza, and the knight is Milliant of Liss.
Oh, isn't that who they're fighting tomorrow or later? Ask the lady how she's doing.
Since meeting this brave and handsome knight, the young lady has never been happier. Milliant is so strong. No competitor should dare claim they will win the tournament, she says joyfully.
So maybe we can like upset him. This is the one they said's like immature or something. Ask if you can be her champion.
In a voice full of admiration, the young woman declares that her sweetheart Meliant is already a champion. Hearing this, the knight puffs out his chest.
Ask Milliant about his love for Carenza.
Carenza is a blessing. He would do anything for her. Plus, she whets his appetite for victory and glory.
Okay.
While Meliant mumbles goodbye to our hero, Carenza has already forgotten our knight. So focused is she on her beloved.
Onward, men. Ah, the damsel.
Our heroes spot a very young lady sobbing her heart out. The sleeves of her pretty blue dress have been torn off. Kay laughs at her, but Arthur says nothing. In the end, it is Hector who comforts the girl. Her eyes full of tears, she says, "Sire, I am so ashamed for you to see me in such a state. My name is Neris, and from now on, I will also be known as the damsel with the short sleeves."
Ask about the cause of her distress.
It is the fault of her older sister, Carenza, who tore off her sleeves. She could not stand it when I made the teeniest criticism of her bow, the so-called proud and magnificent Milliant of Liss, says the damsel, grimacing.
Okay. How about I am your champion?
She'll gladly accept Hector as her champion if he can find her precious sleeves.
I will find your sleeves.
The young lady smiles. If Sir Hector could, she would be truly delighted. And her...
Okay.
The damsel...
Let's go back and talk to the sister then. Interesting.
The young people hardly notice that our knight has come back to see them.
Ask where the sleeves are.
Carranza shrugs. I must have dropped them somewhere, she replies without a care. What does it matter?
That the only info we get? Okay.
While Maliant mumbles goodbye.
Keep an eye out for some sleeves then. Dropped on the floor somewhere. Is that sleeve? Oh no, that's stone. Okay. What, is that sleeves? No, that's not. A juggler. Hey up, I'm juggler. Juggling for entertainment. I can't interact with the juggler. What's the quickest way to kill a circus? Go for the juggler. Pay attention to your surroundings. You'll find interactive elements that will move the story forward. Hover your cursor over it and left click. Ah, this fountain.
Our knight looks for the sleeves of the younger lady, and he finds them at the bottom of the pool. But they are in terrible condition.
Filthy sleeves added to inventory. Sounds like a new dirty book. Filthy sleeves. Transfer an item to another knight. Appears in the quest inventory. Click on the corresponding item to show this menu when you need it. All quest items are transferable to another knight. Hold the left click and drag it onto the desired knight. I like how the little picture points when you're on them. That's great. Okay, I don't actually know who is who. Which one is Ector? So that's our inventory. Is it... I'm guessing it's maybe this guy? So it's already in his pocket. Well, let's see. And then if we change... Ah, here we go. Now Sir Ector is the old guy. Okay, so inventory. Who had it? Who has the sleeves? Hang on, wait. Did I not pick them up? Ah, so that's like the common thing.
What
So
a lovely fountain in the middle of the square.
okay. So who's got the sleeves? I don't understand. They were just here. See what happens if we go back to her. Sorry, it's like there's so much. It's a little bit overwhelming.
Neris, still sorrowful, welcomes our hero once again, but with a faint look of hope.
Give her the sleeves.
At first, the damsel rejoices at the sight of her sleeves, but upon closer inspection, realizes they are far too dirty to add to her attire.
Ask about the older sister.
The odious girl is only interested in Meliant, as if he were the best knight in the world, which is far from the case, she adds, wrinkling her nose. The damsel invites our hero to come.
So do I maybe need to like still clean the sleeves? Let me see what it says in the book. Have new sleeves made for her, optional. Find her sleeves, optional. Get the sleeves cleaned and repaired, optional. Da, da, da. I wonder if the merchant, he had all the fabrics. Maybe he could help if I didn't already hand them back. I'm not sure by that dialogue if we did hand them back or not. She sort of was disappointed by them.
The Byzantine merchant is delighted to see our hero, whom, once again, he greets.
Ask if he can mend the sleeves.
The merchant examines the two pieces of fabric with a vexed look. Sire, he says, what happened to such beautiful sleeves? But fine, I will take care of them. It will cost you nothing, only 60 pennies.
Negotiate the price. With love, Basil, your fabrics render me speechless. They are clearly the product of hard work and remarkable skill. Yet also I know a dealer must negotiate their prices. Prowess, largesse, and loyalty. Let's go with love. Challenge. Change knight. In a challenge, some challenges allow you to change knights. The banners at the bottom will be clickable. Okay. Play your love cards.
Hands on hips, the merchant hears our hero out before answering with his own arguments. And then, before our knight has said another word, Basil accepts.
Ask if he could clean and repair the sleeves we found for 30 pennies.
The merchant works fast and well. He repairs the loose seams and swiftly cleans the sleeves before drying them over the fire. They are now in incredible condition and look like new.
Okay.
Basil hopes our knight will...
You received an item, allows you to complete an objective. Go talk to the relevant character to give them the item. Milady, here are your sleeves. They are no longer filthy. Chop, chop, chop.
Neris, still sorrowful.
Here are your sleeves.
A young girl wipes tears from her eyes. What joy the sight of these immaculate sleeves brings her. To spite her sister and to show her gratitude to Hector, Neris happily agrees to let Hector be her champion. Hector laughs kindly. She's far too young to be his beloved. Yet he is a courteous man, so he willingly agrees to defend the damsel's honor. And so she entrusts him with one of her precious sleeves.
Cute.
The damsel invites our hero to...
You received an equipable item. View your knight's equipment from the character sheet. Character sheet. There we go. There's Sir Hector. Is he going to wear one of her sleeves? Equip an item directly from the inventory. Left click. That's a little +1 in grace. These indigo coloured sleeves given by Neris to strengthen the heart of its bearer. That's pretty cool. Onwards, deeper into London. Let us see.
2 guards block the path. Halt there, says one with authority. No one may go further. Their stern, unsympathetic faces show that they do not feel like chatting.
Okay. End of the road. Let's turn around and head back. Dun, da, da. What a cool system. So now I think we're going to go joust, and we'll learn a bit more about the combat. So you go through the story. Great way of doing it. Okay, so up here, there we go, just like that. And let's see what these guys were about just up here.
Elias waits for our knight's signal to announce the next battle. Aguisance and Milliand also stand ready to face off against Hector and Kay.
Except...
Emphatically and poetically, the herald proclaims how Aguisance has accomplished such fine feats thanks to his ardor and daring. He also introduces Milliand of Lys, whose strength is well proven. Then it is Hector and Kay's turn. Though Elias praises the experience of the first and the ardor of the second, our knights feel he could have presented them better. Now, let the duel begin.
So the guy right at the... So when he said you could convince the guy to introduce you, we should have doubled back on ourselves. It's the guy standing there from the very beginning is the guy that's also announcing the duel. Got it.
Alas, Arthur lost Kay's sword.
What?
Kay spitefully accuses his brother of being a bad squire. It's impossible for him to fight without his trusted sword. So now, here he is, stuck on the sidelines. Fortunately, Orpheus arrives to fight alongside Hector.
When did we lose a sword? For certain combats, you'll have to take an initiative challenge to determine which side starts the fight. Difficulty unknown. Let's throw prowess. Success. It's possible to examine a combatant character or his horse at any time in combat, allowing you to examine certain characteristics to make sound decisions. Examine. Click on a combatant. Da, da, da. You can observe various stats in the designated area. Tooltips. So millionth. Okay, so there's his stats and his wounds and stuff. You can change knights during your combat turn. Hourglass turns green. Once each knight in combat have used their action points. Advantageous to move 3 hexes on horseback to unlock the change action, which costs 0 AP. So we can ride in. Dun dun dun. And that was all of our AP. So, Orpheus, join me. Where are you going? Okay, now we're being attacked. Difficulty unknown. Hit them with the loyalty 5. 14. Ow. Sir Milliant inflicted a major wound on Sir Hector's right leg. Sir Hector faces a horsemanship challenge. Difficulty of 12. Play the 11 love. Okay. So Orpheus faces a countercharge challenge. Unknown. Grail cards have a random value that varies between 14 and 24. You won't know their exact value till after you confirm the challenge. So play the Grail. $39 it. Sir Orpheus inflicted a major wound on Sir Agwisance' torso. Shattered into pieces his lance. And he's off. Dismounted. Not wounded while falling. The enemy asks for mercy. To accept, you must pass the challenge. If you accept, your level of opulence increases, otherwise you lose honor. So we've got to do a 12 to accept. So I have to play the 8. And he has surrendered. Okay. It's your turn. Your knight's destabilized. This body state is reached when he loses a defense challenge. As a result, his action points are reduced to 0. He suffers a -6 penalty to all combat challenges till the end of his turn. So can we stabilize? Or is it just for one turn? We've got equip shield from belt, mount horse, dismount horse, surrender, run, rallying cry, increase cowardice threshold for the entire group by 12. Charge, thrust attack, aimed charge. Well, we have 0 points, so there's not really anything we can do now. But I'm right next to you, so maybe can we not attack? Nothing. It's like being stunned, I guess. So can Orpheus attack? We aim a charge. I think they have to be in the same line with us. So we've got 1 action point left. Thrust attack is 2. So I can't actually do anything right now. You can use inspiration to aim for a special defense square on the wheel. Useful to get rid of a weak card and hope to receive a more advantageous one for the next challenge. Use inspiration. Change the outcome of the challenge. These virtues are displayed below. These ones. Only virtues with a value greater than 0 are displayed. To use inspiration, select a card whose inspiration matches the available virtues. As in, matches the number? Or just anything? These are 12s, we're defended. Oh wait, look, inspiration. Ah. I don't think we need it though. 14 is fine, right? Let's give 1 inspiration. Sir Ector's shield cracked to the belt. It's your turn. Your knight's in bad shape and risks falling unconscious or dying. It might be wiser to surrender. If you do, your knight will leave this adventure permanently. If you surrender, your knight leaves this adventure permanently? Well, we're not doing that. Hit him with the thrust attack. 6 loyalty. Okay. And then Orpheus, come here. And also thrust attack. With love for 4. Getting jabbed. Sir Orpheus' attack did not wound Sir Meliant, but he is destabilized. So Orpheus lost a total of 1 honor for combining attacks on a knight. Oh, we're supposed to chill. Let them just take each other out. He won his duel. I did not realize that. Should have just chilled out. While falling, Sir Meliant received a minor wound. Is he going to surrender? I think I got to end my turn. When an enemy is injured, attempting an attack that targets an already injured body part is the best way to defeat him. Aimed shot. So this is an aimed one. Dun 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 dun. So we can see his right leg is wounded, so if we aim for the right leg and use the Grail. Hopefully he surrenders and doesn't die. Sir Ector inflicted a major wound on the right leg. Oh, horseback attack on an unmounted knight. So we have to unmount and face him in combat. We're learning all the rules. It reminds me of playing the old Police Quest games, and it was like you had literally a police manual that came with it. It was like 50 pages, it was like a thick manual. And you had to, like, when you stopped a car in the game, if you didn't follow the protocol to the manual's T, like, you failed the mission. It's like, get out of the car, put your hands up, you died. Like, you should have checked your mirror or opened before you opened the car door and all that. Like, it's very in-depth. And I loved it as a kid, I did. Right, so I gotta dismount, is that what we're saying? I'm out of points, I'm gonna stay on horseback for now. Oh, wait, no, did not use all of your knight's actions. Well, I don't want to... It costs 2 to get off, and I don't want to use my other knight if that's dishonorable, so we'll just end and see if they surrender. A mercy challenge. Okay. I've got to make 12, and I can't. How do I... Can I use inspiration to make up the points? There we go. I'm learning. So he loses 2 opulence, and I gain 2 opulence, because we give him mercy. I wonder why mercy is different to a surrender, or if it's the same. Got prowess.
Graceful and precise, our knights fought with fabulous power and speed. How beautiful to see such a duel. Spectators were awed to watch young knights defeated by two older warriors. Elias proclaims Orpheus and Hector victorious. Kay will have one last chance to shine. The next tournament will pit Kay and Baldwin against Orion and Brastias. But for now, those who have just fought should go and rest.
Is that our girl with the sleeves there?
Kay, red with rage, orders his brother to find him a sword, and fast. Feeling ashamed, Arthur only has himself to rely on.
Oh, Arthur. I love the name Arthur. Already. Cool. We're back. He's mad at me.
Kay cannot grasp how Arthur could have made such a blunder. If the sword was forgotten at their last stop before London, it would take too long to go fetch it and be back for the next fight.
So I'm guessing my goal is to find a sword. Let's check our book and see what's up. Find a sword for your brother Kay. Become the champion of the noble. Have new sleeves made. Okay, so we did that. Gave the sleeves back. That one's done. Find the man mentioned, so Orpheus. Fight him in a duel. So we're going to find a sword. Ask the crowd where to find a sword.
An elderly knight greets our hero cheerfully.
Greet.
Dressed in gules and silver crosses, the man says his name is Baldwin.
Ask about a sword.
Baldwin is very sorry for him. After a few words of encouragement, he tells Arthur that there is an old man outside the city who might be able to help him.
Okay.
The knight wishes our hero good day.
So we're on our own right now. Are we about to meet Merlin and then because we're looking for a sword, are we about to pull the sword out of the stone? Is that what's going to happen? Okay, let's head outside the town. I don't actually know the story of King Arthur, but he pulled the sword out, right? So head outside town. Let's keep going till we find a man who can help. Past the smell of chickens.
Beyond the palisade on the outskirts of London, a moor grows full of wild weeds, and the ancient Roman road runs through it.
Is he here? Told us to come in here, so I think maybe they would be this way.
This oak tree's boughs reach high into the sky. The broad trunk has a solid wooden door. Someone lives here.
Magical.
Arthur knocks, and the door opens. He climbs a long staircase, spiraling up into the darkness of the trunk.
This is actually so cool and like a book. Like a storybook, like a bedtime story, an interactive one. What's all this? Feathers everywhere. Who be you?
The inside of the oak tree looks more like a nest than a home. There are natural elements all around. Stones, painted or engraved driftwood, mistletoe over the hearth, and above all, a prodigious quantity of feathers. An old, sickly-looking man with a humped back greets our hero in a weak voice. He's peeling lopsided, yellowish tubers. Welcome to my esprimoire, young squire, says the old man in a hoarse but warm voice. My name is Lenorm. Lenorm sighs and replies plaintively that his back hurts so much and he has so much rheumatism. Oh, indeed, every day is an ordeal. He does not think he will be around much longer.
Ask about a sword.
Lenorm will help Arthur, provided the young man can find him some mandrake root. The old man needs the plant's juice to treat his aching back. He also warns our hero. The mandrake will howl and curse the person who pulls it out of the ground. It is said that, rather than doing it yourself, you can make an animal pull it out.
Okay.
Arthur says goodbye, but when the old man says, Arthur repeats his words of farewell.
Okay, so another way to get a sword. Keep an eye out for a screaming mandrake. Mount your steed, Arthur. And that's all that's in this little area. Let's continue. Back to the left. See if there's anything was to the left, and then maybe go back through where we came. This way we go.
A dead yew tree, stripped of its needles, looms ominously. It is the hanging tree of London. A mangy, stray dog tirelessly scratches at the ground.
Okay, so we have some rope here. He said about getting an animal to do it, so maybe a mandrake's around here too.
This rope will be perfect for uprooting the mandrake, once tied to both the plant and the dog.
Okay, and where is the mandrake? What's the mandrake? Drag and drop an item onto an element of the environment and hold down the left click. So if I drag this to the dog, do we put a leash on it?
Using the rope, Arthur approaches the dog, who starts to growl.
Calm the dog with taming. Domestication challenge. Arthur approaches the dog. Prowess.
With firm, stern words, Arthur coaxes the dog into letting him approach. Our hero slips the rope around its neck and ties the other end to the mandrake.
Oh, the mandrake's here already.
He whistles, and the dog runs off at full speed, pulling out the magic plant, which screams a terrible curse at the dog that runs away as if the devil himself were on his heels. Arthur retrieves the mandrake that has finally stopped squealing.
Thought we were going to have a pet dog. Okay, take this back to the man. Maybe this is the old man they were talking about, and it's not going to be Merlin and the sword in the stone. Maybe that comes after we win the tournament, I suppose. Okay. Back to knock on the door. And come over here.
Linnerm nods to Arthur.
Here's your mandrake.
The old man is delighted. To thank our hero, he gives him a grimoire and a purse full of pebbles. Use the inscription inside to enchant the purse, says Linnerm kindly. With a wink, he adds that there is indeed a sword along the way, beyond the 2 guards posted in front of the stone enclosure inside London.
Create a spell. You've acquired the grimoire and obtained a quest spell. Create a spell. Create general and quest spells. Once created, general spells can be used at any time, while quest spells used in specific contexts. Into quest spell. Find the correct card combination by solving the riddle of the formula. Each card of your deck refers to a chivalrous virtue, which also corresponds to a season of the year. Each card depicts a plant whose name is written in Latin at the bottom. Note that Grail cards can replace any card. Select the required cards to create this spell. In this case, 2 cards from different seasons. So the prerequisite is, to fool the senses is quite the art. With just 2 seasons, make it start. A simple charm fooling the eye to make the truth itself belie. So we need 2 different seasons, which I guess might perhaps be the colors, so like largesse and loyalty. Or is it to do with something else on the card? I see the plant name. Also corresponds to a season of the year. So it is just different ones. They're like suits. Loyalty is winter, largesse is autumn, prowess is summer, love is spring. So you could also do these two. Let's just do largesse and loyalty. Create spell. Once the spell is created, it appears in the spell inventory, a spell which Linum entrusted to Arthur, and how the Purse of Pebbles changes its appearance. You've acquired a quest spell. Different powers and conditions of use. Read the tooltips for more details. This spell, Illusion. Click on it. Be grayed out if you cannot be used at the desired time.
When Arthur casts the spell the old man gave him, the purse begins to gleam. And inside...
So it's turned it to gems. Sorry, I was trying to walk whilst she was talking, but it seems that it interrupted. Okay, let's hop on. This makes me want to read a book of King Arthur's tales for the podcast, you know? I did Norse mythology once. I gotta find like a good sort of... It's gotta be like public domain though, so I can put it on Spotify for free. Down to Sleep, everywhere you get podcasts. If you want me to read you a book or a bedtime story, it's a Patreon as well. If I can't find it public domain, then it'll have to be on Patreon. Okay, so now we go back, and I reckon we're going to use these gems to get them to let us into the courtyard. In London. Londinium. I hail from Londinium. Down into London town. Pretty horse. Not a like horse girl kind of guy, but I love horses in video games. Anything with horse riding in a game, I'm like, well, this is immediately better. It's so satisfying.
The two guards stop our hero again. He may not pass.
Give them a purse full of precious gems.
The guards open their eyes wide and pounce on the purse. Consumed with greed, they are too busy fighting over how to divide the gemstones to pay Arthur any mind.
Oh, so now I can go in. Pretty little garden.
Among the silence and the cold, a sword rises up from the stone. Is that not the prize for the tournament?
Ah. Well, I need a sword for my brother. I'm sure nobody will mind if I just...
Now I see the sword there gleaming, and I silent and trembling approach the rock to seize the sword. Oh, what rare and...
You, what have you done? Cries an angry voice to the terrified Arthur. Get out of here, you beardless squire. Do you think you are the next High King? Lot mocks Arthur, shoving him out of the way. He, one of the top knights, just cannot bring himself to give up. He yanks on the hilt of the sword, but it will not budge an inch. Drawn to the scene, a crowd gathers. Observed by so many knights, Lot finally gives in. People look on in amazement. Arthur approaches the sword.
Now they see the sword there gleaming, the crowd all silent and trembling. With wonderment in awe they gaze, for Lot is so virulent. Arthur, cries a voice so old, the day has come just as foretold. Now take the sword, for you are the one. You are Uther and I grandson. By my own hand, you are the true heir. So does Merlin then declare.
That was Merlin. I'm the king. Got lots of levels and stuff. The coronation took place in the Cathedral of London the following day. After being proclaimed High King of Britain, Arthur did not forget his brother and appointed him seneschal. A great feast was held, and so the High King came to tour his kingdom, visiting the city and meeting his subjects. For days on end, barons and ladies, buoyed by jubilation and hope, came to pay their respects to the High King. But some of the nobles who were sent gifts from Arthur insulted both the messenger and the High King himself. After the incident, the rebellious barons and kings, led by King Lot of Orkney, challenged Arthur's authority, defying him openly. The High King had to come to the aid of Leodgrance, King of Camelids, whose castle was under siege by King Rience. After the battle had been won, the High King was resting in Leodgrance's castle when he met his host's daughter, the beautiful Guinevere. He fell in love with her at first sight and asked for her hand in marriage. Marriage? The young woman agreed, and Leodgrance gave them his blessing. Sensing new trouble would soon break out, the High King hastened to Caerleon Castle, where he set up court. So you get an epilogue to your adventure, the summary of your opulence points and your vocation points, glory points, and silk sleeves for acquired items. When you earn quest items, they can be assigned to the knight of your choice. Ah. Well, give the sleeves to Sir Ector. He earned them, yes? Year 513. In the 3 years following the coronation, the rebel barons rallied around a common goal, to gather as many troops as they could under King Lot of Orkney's command. By 513, the battalions filled the countryside round Caerleon. To counter this threat, Arthur gathered a group of loyal and deserving knights, with Merlin the magician standing by, ready to lend them a hand. The Knights of the Round Table, you say? Oh my god, big battle. Great battles. Since King Arthur takes part in them personally, great battles are as important as they are dangerous. Should the king die, your legend would come to an end. The number of troops in your army is determined by the number of glory points you've amassed in previous adventures and battles. You have 12 of 12. The High King's men now... the King's High Men. Whoa, where's the battle, dude? The High King's men now face off against the army of treacherous barons led by King Lot. At stake here is Arthur's rightful place on the throne. Dude, how cool would you feel with a horse helmet like that? They would make that, right? That's not a real horse head. A dog head, sorry. Right? It's fake. We don't wear fur around here, right? Lieutenant's assignments. The first step in a great battle is to assign a lieutenant to each of the 9 divisions. Your army is divided into 3 battalions: vanguard, center, rearguard. Each battalion comprises a knight division, a pikeman division, and an archer division for a total of 9 divisions. Lieutenants assign a commander to select a division, other which cannot be changed. What? Knight. To change the commander, click on the knight of your choice in the list. Sir Budwin is selected. He sounds good. Actually, my brother shall lead, Sir Kay. And there you go. That shall be the leader of the division. Yes. Fighters on both sides are eager to jump into the fray. The alarm sounds in the east, rising from the fog. Siege weapons, led by King Baron Le Apre, have been spotted. The sight of these devices, designed to breach Caerleon's defense, causes a panic among Arthur's troops. Arthur orders an emissary to be sent as soon as possible to try to convince Baron to renounce his support of Lot. What's this? Change the battle view using the slotted arrows. Choose which of your lieutenants will negotiate with the King of the 100 Knights to prevent him from supporting the rebel troops of King Lot. Generally speaking, it's a good idea to choose knights gifted in courtesy and strategy. By moving your cursor over the knight's name, you can inspect the knight's features in the lower menu. You can also click on a knight's banner to display his traits. Looking for someone with high courtesy, which is this. Cavalry, courtesy, melee, and strategy. So we choose whoever has the highest. Which is... Brasitas, yes? Oh no, Urian. Excuse me. The knight designated to be the emissary leaves immediately. Go through the forest to King's Lot's troops and Demarant. Equestrian challenge. Total difficulty 12. So we would need a 5 to hit that. So Urian chooses his route carefully, taking detours or fording the river to avoid detection. He makes quick progress and leads his horse with ease. Soon he arrives at the camp of King Lot's reinforcements. He uses a gesture of peace to show he's an emissary. The King of the 100 Knights instructs our knight to state his business. Convinced to withdraw, make Barrett believe King Lot has sent us to say his help is no longer needed. Let's do the first one. King Barrett, there's still time to spare your reputation and your men. We've heard nothing but good things about you, so the fact you're helping King Lot must be a mistake. I beg you, turn back on that traitor and on the fighting. Or loyalty. I beg you to remember that Arthur is the rightful king, for he pulled the sword from the stone in accordance with Merlin's prophecy. In the name of your loyalty to the realm of Logris, I call upon you to withdraw. That one sounds cool. So we want to get a 12. We've got... Oh no, sorry, difficulty unknown. Let's just go for the highest we have. Wait, I can't play a card? +2 inspiration modifier. Oh, I don't get to play a card for this. You did not play a card, are you sure? No, I'm trying to, but it's not letting me. It's just like frozen. I guess I'm not playing one. Succeeded there. The powerful king listens and appears increasingly troubled. His silence becomes oppressive. Sir Urian is sure all is lost when Barrett finally replies, "Very well, I will not have my glorious knights attack, till Arthur and, by the grace of God, be victorious." I'm wondering if it's just a demo that this stuff isn't also voiced, because it's obviously still in development. I don't mind it not all being voiced, though, personally, because I like to read some stuff to you, but it's, you know, I guess if you're playing it for yourself, you kind of want that narration all the way through. You earned 1 battle point. These points indicate the general progress of the battle. At 0 points, the outcome of the battle is uncertain. The more battle points you have, the more the battle turns in your favour. Above the battle points is the battle gauge. The gauge is filled with the battle points. It is determined by 2 thresholds on the left and route threshold, and on the right, the decisive victory threshold for each one of the... It's a bit complicated at times, this, and I worry that not as many people will get to experience it because it's so neat. Turn-based combat's kind of niche anyway, and then this is all a lot of maths and card selections and picking things. It's going to be quite a niche game, but it's very, very pretty and very well done, so hopefully more people give it a chance. Okay, so that's that done, right? Very well, I will have my glorious knights not attack. Just before the battle, Arthur brandishes the Sword of Kings. It shines so brightly as though 30 torches had been lit. All the enemies take fright. The two armies face each other on a muggy late summer morning. Arthur can't wait for the battle to begin. He still has to prepare the first charge by his knights who will fight Lot's followers. Lead the charge with the vanguards led by Sir Bedivere. So we can see that better charge is Urian. Before having the High King's army rush forward, our lieutenants will first put his strategic skills to good use. So, unknown. Strategy challenge. Play the 9. The scouts have warned Sir Urian there are water holes to the east. Our lieutenant takes advantage of the situation, sending his knights in at a safe distance to draw the enemy soldiers into the trap. They're cornered and their mounts are exhausted. Enemy's mounts are tired. Sir Urian urges his men to fight with righteous fire. He goes first. All his men have to do is catch a glimpse of his banner fluttering in the wind. They confidently throw themselves into the fray. The combats you fight in the Great Battle have a major impact on what happens next. If you manage to eliminate or force the enemy unit to retreat, while in both cases keeping half or more of your troops, the combat will be a decisive victory and you earn 2 battle points. If you manage to eliminate the enemy unit or force it to retreat, but in both cases less than half of your troops still fighting, this combat will be a narrow victory and you'll only 1 battle point. If you eliminate or ransom your opponent's lieutenant, you earn 1 additional battle point. If your lieutenant surrenders or perishes, you lose 1 battle point. Alright, man. We shall move forward on horseback. Everyone come with me. To me, my men, to me. King Arthur, the musical. Let's pass our turn here. Let them come. Let them come. Oh, he's dressed like a mustard bottle and with his ketchup knights, let me tell thee. A yellow and red. So now if we take this one step, we can also attack, baby. With my prowess of 8. Now here's the thing with this battle, I'm going to assume all bets are off because it's not a duel, it's not a competition, so it's like no need for honor, we're trying to kill each other, right? So we got a hit in there. Oh no, your man fell, what you gonna do? Is this your king? He was not wounded by falling though. To me, my boys, to me. Don't forget to use your grimoire. You have a combination of cards that allow you to create a spell. Use 2 cards of the same value. Prowess and largesse. I cast a spell. A spell of prophecy. See and modify the next 3 cards in the stack. Now, if you move to there, you're not going to have any points left, but let's just push everyone up. Into the battle, you've got 1 point left, but nothing to do with it. Prophecy. See and modify the next 3 cards. So how do we get rid of this? Select the cards you want to keep in the stack. The remaining cards are discarded, so we keep the 7. Yeah? Oh, cards. Okay, so we leave the number 1 off. Those both seem high, higher than what we've got. And chuck that one. Next night. Charge forward, boys. Bringing up the rear, sir. Okay, got a 14. Don't have great cards. See what happens. Succeeded. Boom. Have some of that. I mean, all fighting is scary, all war is scary, but I do feel like medieval time sword swinging like battles must have been absolutely insane, like so intense. Because you also know it's probably not like the movies where people are great sword fighters and like ching, 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 ching. Oh, it's like Lord of the Rings, like spinning the swords around and disarming people and staying alive. You just know it's absolute chaos, and that for the most part it was just bodies on bodies on bodies. Is like, scary. Okay, Arthur's Knight faces a counter charge. Play the 4, the highest we have. Hey, they don't like it up 'em. You boys ain't got it in you. You ain't got the minerals. My cavalry is stronger. Where you going, son? It's your turn. Grant mercy. When an enemy has a wound, malus under 2, he might ask for mercy. Do, 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 do. So he's saying he's got that. If we use the examine. He's got a -6. So he may ask for mercy. So is it telling me, like, maybe chill on attacking him when it's his turn, he may ask for mercy? Because, like, the other guy has -7. That guy goes -10. So maybe we should give them a chance. And focus on getting the other guy. Aim your thrust into his left leg. Let's use one of these low cards, since we have... Oh, fail. Oh no, should have gone big. Didn't take a whack back though, that's fine. We've still got the other guy to swing. This guy. Aiming for his left leg again. Actually, his head's pretty done in. I'm wondering if the colors mean it's, like, easier to hit, though. Go for the left arm this time. Swinging for 18 already. In battle, the lieutenant's responsible for the actions of the knights under his command. Thus, honor points lost by your knights are deducted from your lieutenant. Oh, you lose 1 honor for combining. Even in war, even in this battle, it's meant to be one-on-one? What? If your lieutenant dies or surrenders, your group's cohesion or battle drops to 0, you lose all the grail points. What? Really? We're meant to still chill? Alright. Chill we shall then, I guess. Cancel. Bro, did you just get back on your horse? Oh, it's a mercy challenge, okay. He's like, I'm going to surrender, but not from down here. I must get back on my horse. Alright, so it's a 9, a 12, so we only need to throw a... I have to use one of my big ones just to let you beg for mercy, apparently. It's unfortunate. Didn't have a 3. Mercy! Oh wait, that was actually the other guy. So the other guy's still going to try and fight us. It's your turn. Oh, I thought it was the other guy. My bad. My bad. Is this guy not going to surrender? Come in here. You are surrounded, sir. Now, whose go is this? Can you attack him? Okay, that's not going to be a... Okay, so it's like you can have one person attack them and then it's not bad for your honor. Jab, jab. Right in the left arm. Okay, he fell off. She fell over. Really? You're going to fight after we let you get back on your horse? Okay. I'll defend against that. Jab him up, boy. Put that lance in him. Are you for real? Ah, mercy challenge on here. 12. And we've only got a 5. I don't think I can accept that. That's the highest I have. I can't accept it. That's a shame. Denied mercy and loses 1 honor point. I mean, I feel like I should be able to take mercy regardless of the cards, no? Alright, you want some of this, do you? Lose a total of 1 honor for attacking an unarmed knight. He's got back on his horse like he's going to fight, though. Dude, these rules. I'd have been a straight-up villain back in the day. Let's throw the 6 on him. Get off your horse, boy. Was not wounded. And then if we hop off, it takes more action points to dismount. I was going to try and be honorable and fight him off horseback. So if I can't hit this guy, he's so going to attack us in this next thing. Faces a defense challenge. We've already passed it. It's weird that when I tried to attack him, it said he was unarmed. It's your turn. Okay. And now even though he's engaging him, it's just I can't double up in the turn, so I can come and do this on my turn, but I can't then also have this guy attack, I believe is what's happening. Use some of these low cards, gotta start throwing them out. Jab, 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 jab. Someone's gonna die here today. Alright, you still on your horse here, mate? You've got 3 of 3, so go ahead and move up here. Aim your thrust at his left arm. -1 on it, you know what, it's fine. Over it at this point. Just go ahead and stab him. Honor be damned, you come for our king. I didn't fall off. Never mind. Let's skip. Sounds the retreat and will be removed from battle. The Knights of the Vanguard Division withstood the onslaught of adversaries with bravery and force, smashing helms, shattering shields. They fought so well they beat back the daring enemy fighters. This successful charge marks considerable breakthrough in the already thinning ranks of the enemy. On the heels of this well-executed offensive, the High King Arthur intends to take advantage of the unrest spreading through the opposing ranks. The pikemen will soon take over against Lot's followers. Hey dudes, I'm gonna take advantage of this happening. I'm the High King. Yo. Here you are at the second assault. The number of assaults planned for battle is determined by the size of the armies involved. The current assault is indicated in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. A battle can be shortened if the battle points reach the rout or decisive victory threshold. So the threshold is 4 or 3, with 2 turns left, I think. Seems to me that you lived your life on the heels of this well-executed offensive. We shall lead the charge with the center pikemen. Yes. Cavalry, courtesy, melee, strategy. Authority, grace, wisdom and will. Agility, strength, sense and vigor. I gotta say, this Brastius seems good. Let's charge with them and get it done. Big black rain-soaked clouds speed across the sky. Will our lieutenants be able to turn the situation around to his advantage without exposing his troops? We shall decide on the best time to attack, sir. We need to get 14, and you've only got 13 possible. You're going to fail this challenge, so I'll only play a 1. Our men were too slow to taunt the opposing pikemen and lead them into a clay valley the scouts had spotted. As our fighters engage the enemy, it begins to rain and they sink, becoming bogged down and exhausted. Allies are tired. Cool. Love these little painted scenes. A challenge. Difficulty of 20. I'm not going to make that. I'm about to take a whack. Don't have inspiration to throw up on it either. It's got no inspiration. Feel like it might make sense just to throw one of these out there. I'm really liking this so far. Totally accept that it's not going to be for everyone. It's probably the kind of thing that if I played it for myself, I would bumble through it. I'm just not a min-max, like, how can I maximize this out? Like, I would just play it and click buttons, as I've kind of been doing, and I know that frustrates some people. Whenever I play these more niche games, I occasionally get people like, oh, it was so frustrating because it could have done this and done that. It's like, I'm just trying to enjoy myself. I don't really, like, focus fully in on it. If you're here for focus and great gameplay, ye in wrong place. Ye old wrong place. But, you know, tis what it is. I enjoy my games without being amazing at them. I'm good at some games, though, don't get me wrong. Grandmaster in Marvel Rivals. Let's see. Should I use my Grail to defend? Need to make a 12. Use the Grail and hope for the best, I think. Because we got 2 on... We want to stay on horseback. That seems to be an advantage here, because everyone else is on foot. As they come marching forward. Control troops that are not knights. These troops are not subject to the Code of Honor. Ah, it's a knight's code. Attack the same target several people. Right. Your knight's destabilized. Reach from the... Okay, we know that already. Ah, so these guys can just, like, be like, charge, boys, shank him up, and just surround them. Perfect. Ah, that was all of your points. Okie dokes. You apparently can't get around. Just march our pikemen down this way, see if we can get them in the fray. Stabby, stabby, stab, stab, stab. It's your turn. So, I mean, that guy's ran over there. What if we just, like, come up here a sec and then engage here with the straight up thrusty poos? Throw the 4 on. Fail? Really? Maybe I should take a close look at those numbers. When it's unknown, you kind of got to hope for the best, but at least he didn't strike us back. And then I'm guessing you can also stab him because you are just a little peasanty pikeman and you can do what you want. And I'm going to use up your 9 here because we've got to start cutting through them. Success.
Oosh. Ah, right in the mail he got me. Right through one of the rings. Oh, I'm dead.
Oh, that's our first kill. Next knight. Next pikeman. Oi, pikey. I wonder if you can engage the knight. It's probably a terrible idea, but you know. Nope, not allowed to, apparently. You can't engage. Oh, that was, again, out of points. Can we only move 1 with these guys? Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm so used to moving on horseback. It's 3 for 1 move when you're on foot. Sorry.
Sorry, love. Got a bit forgetful there.
Let's move you up here. So this guy's got honor. He's just coming for me. And I got to get a 22. Again, not happening, so I'm just going to throw the 2 away. He's pretty tasty, huh? Oh, just had an itch. And then just like, it was like right in an awkward space in my back. I just pulled my arm. Oh. Christ. Stabilized again. Oh, I'm off me horsey, mate.
He died?
Oh my gosh. The group now has 3 members. Cohesion changed to poor. That guy on the purple's pretty good. It's your turn. They can't do anything. Where's the points gone? I'm selecting them and that I can't attack anymore? Why can we no longer attack? He is dead. He has fallen. We can only move. Why? Do we require... Can I get on that horse? Not sure why all of our moves have disappeared. 20 to defend. Success. He's charging you. Defend yourself, man. Your turn. But my moves have gone. Oh wait, hang on. Were they hiding in here? For some reason? Thrust upon them. Let's get the pike boys. I hope I don't lose, because I'm not realizing that I have to click some little dude's head down here just to throw a punch. Fail with an 18? What kind of cards has this guy got? I love how it like moves you as well, like big steps and stuff. It's cool. Alright, next. Guess you gotta try and hit this guy. Use the 12. Success. Okay, we can still do it, boys. Do it for our fallen leader. Yes. Get him off of there. Big advantage. Or at least even playing field. Not wounded while falling there. Alright, who's got the points left? You. Get this guy right here. Use the 10. Success. Hopefully it's a kill. You can also sound the retreat, but that's not going to happen. And I guess I'm not allowed to mount the horse that's next to us. Okay, 17. Can't defend against that. Roll the 3. I wonder if the closer you get to that, the less you take, you know? Like, still using a big one. Your knight is coward. He reaches this state when the cowardice gauge is full. In this state, he can no longer draw inspiration. He receives a -3 penalty to all challenges. You can use a rallying cry to lower the cowardice gauge if your knight does not have enough action points. Ain't no rallying cry here. The knight is dead, my friend. Thrust your attack on him. Use the 10. Oof. Did not wound. Thrust on this guy. 8. Cha-cha! Inflicted a deadly wound.
Oh, I got me again. I have to ring.
Who's next? Who wants some? Come on in. Let's be having ya. 10 to defend. Ah, but we've got all of these minuses. So even when I play a 9, it's still only a 5. Oof. Let's play the 8. Right arm injured. Major wound. Your turn. Still on a 0 without the rallying cry. He's toast, mate. Da 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 da. Use your biggest 9 loyalty. dodge. The hell? I get to go again? Prowess. 21. Yeah. It looks like it's not hitting, but it says inflicted major wound. Go ahead and stab him from behind. It's fine. Use the aimed thrust attack. Aim for the -2 torso. With a 12. Major wound, down he goes. Just one of you left. But only 2 of our men can fight. The rest must skip their turn. Sounding the retreat. You gain 2 battle points. Our fighters valiantly impaled the enemy with their pikes. They split the opposing ranks whose cries rose from the plain of Usk. Other formidable pikemen decimated their opponents. In the melee, men and horses, friendly and enemy combatants, archers, pikemen and horsemen of all banners all become indistinguishable. In the distance, a group of felon knights move away from the rest of the army. It's time to take advantage of our troops' rapid advance to move deeper into the fray. Perhaps change the outcome of the battle? Decisive victory opportunity. Now that you've reached the decisive victory threshold, you have the opportunity to fight an enemy general and plunder the opposing camp. Choose your lieutenant carefully, for a tough battle is about to begin. Again. In the distance, a group of felon knights. Okay, so... Who's my best fighter? Probably Urian there, or Orpheus, innit? Hector. I don't know what I'm judging these people by. Perhaps this stuff here? Like, this stuff is for strategy and things like that. I think it's literally like, here is their, like, actual stats. Of which maybe Sir K looks pretty good, my bro. Sir Kay took advantage of the troops' advance to move further into the heart of the fray. Although him and his men have just emerged from a grueling onslaught, he's determined to change the outcome of the battle. But what's this he sees? King Lot and his guard. Sir Kay is ready to settle the score, but that was without accounting for Sir Nero, Lot's right-hand man, who steps in with his knights to stand in their way. This is my bro, so we can't let my bro die. Ride into battle on your mighty steed. I'm going to stay right here, so he has to come in. Then hopefully I can attack. Oh yeah, I forgot. I've got archers here. Oh no. I literally thought it was going to be like a one-on-one battle of like it said pick the best lieutenant. But I've picked a guy that was in charge of archers. Now I've got 3 archers and 1 cavalry against a guy with a flaming sword on horseback and 3 lancers. Ah, sweet Jesus. Okay, archers, do your thing. Throw those big cards out there. You'll throw out a 9. Fail. We're gonna get eaten up. Next. Indirect. Barrage attacks difficult to succeed, but allowed to shoot targets without a clear line of sight. Ah, that's probably what you need to do, or can we hit a direct shot from here? I don't think you can. Okay, so we've got to use the indirect. Nope, that's also, we don't have a line of sight, because I'm in the way apparently. I guess you just gotta move then. To here. Ha 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 ha. Can you do that? Nope. $14 to defend. So need a 7. We've got 6s or 8s. No inspiration, so we use the 8. To defend with love. Bum ba da bum. Here they come. Tree looks like lollipop or like a ping pong paddle, doesn't it? Okay, this guy's here and he's attacking. We need 21 to defend. Not happening. I'll use a 6. It's the best I can do, I'm afraid, but it looks like I might eat it here. That was a big hit. Oof. I'm done. Alvaro's dead. Damn, dude. Damn. Well, this has gone terribly. Absolutely abysmal. Retreat, boys. Nothing you can do there. You're gonna get eaten alive. Now that some of our men have been massacred, the High King's troops review their positions. They won't get divided and cornered by the enemy groups scattered across the plain. The outcome of the battle is becoming increasingly clear. Arthur is convinced this third charge will be conclusive. He'll send his archers against Lot's pikemen. He knows he cannot afford to make a mistake. His reign and the future of Britain is at stake. Okay. I've only got archers left, apparently. For some reason. Let's use... It just says... Lead the center archers into battle. Commander with no commander. Does that mean Arthur would command them, or it's just literally the ones that just retreated because they're on their own? I'm not sure. Let's do Sir Baldwin's. Okay, decides to move his archers into position to drive back enemy pikemen. Success. The archers, inspired by Sir Baldwin's stirring speech, fire a salvo. While the enemy's progress is slowed, some of Arthur's knights seize the opportunity to provide reinforcement. Our lieutenant rallies the archers and knights with a single battle cry, "Ha!" inspiring them to give their utmost. Fatigue and the weight of the losses suffered are beginning to be felt in the ranks. It's your turn. Alright. I'm gonna ride up to here. Let's have you go here. Archers! Can you hit anyone? Seems pretty far to me. Take a step, boy. There you go. I'm going to pull you up here so that our archers can actually hit stuff. Whoa, where are you going? Where are you going? These battles are pretty cool. I mean, it's a very, like, it's interesting that it's got like a really good and interesting story side, and then actually these battles, we've been playing this for a bit now, are also pretty cool. I like it. Let's go ahead and thrust these boys. Doesn't need to be aimed since we haven't done any damage yet. Cancel that. Can we? Just want a normal thrust now. Oh well. Go in the arm. Fail. I used my biggest card. Alright. Let's use this guy to thrust attack the horse. Use your biggest. It's a fail. Archer, archer, shoot your bow, shoot your bow. Oh, archer, I did not mean you to go. On the pikeman, on the pikeman. Fail. Wow, we didn't get a single hit that whole round. We did so well in that first battle and it's all gone to shite. Alright, difficulty 17. It's not happening. Maybe we're supposed to lose and we get scattered and have to like get the Knights of the Round Table or something. Oh no. You've succeeded in a special defense. Your mount's placed itself between you and your opponent. In this case, you must complete a second challenge to determine if your mount is affected or not. I need 16. 10. Got to protect the mount. Use the big card. Can't have the horse get hurt. Nine. Oh my god, that sucks. That to defend for Sir Baldwin, I have 6 and I only need a 9, and all of mine are 1s and 2s, and I have to use my Grail just to stay alive. That sucks. And a 15. I only have the 12. Shoot. Put us in a pretty bad position there. But it's really hard with just archers. I don't have anything else to come in here. There's some really weird sounds. I had to alt-tab and take a phone call. And when I tabbed back in, the sound went absolutely insane. Right, let's finish this fight off. With you... What are you? You're an archer, right? Alright, you gotta try and hit people, fam. Use your big cards. Fail. Is it because they're on horseback? But I don't seem to be able to target the other guy for some reason. Damn. Okie dokes. Who's got points? You've got points. Who can you hit? Ah, you can hit at the pikeman. Use a 10. Fail! What is going on? Why are these guys so good at dodging arrows? Oh my god, he matrixed it. Neo'd. He's the one. And my knight. Please hit something. That's a fail as well, a 22. Guys, what are we doing? How are you so good? Oh wait, I get another thrust? Shield cracked. Oh no, that's my point. It's gone. Okay. I feel like we're destined to lose. Something's going on. The last 3 battles have been absolute washouts. Okay, facing a challenge. Arthur's archer faces a challenge against the pikeman. Need a 13. Can't get there. Ah, it is the damage. So if I use the 2, look, it's only going to be minus 12 to my head. That's going to be death. The 11 is a minus 3 to my leg, or a minus 4 to my arm, my left arm. I mean, just use this one and see if you can survive it. Could still be deadly. Major wound. Okay, my turn. Use the knight and thrust into them. Try to take them out. 10 with largesse. Success! Huzzah! In the head too. A minor wound. That's a wound, that's a kill. Got an archer here. Aimed direct bow shot. Get him in the arm. Maybe that's what you need to do, is like aim with a 10. Fail! What am I supposed to do? I'm using the big cards. It's so hard to hit an arrow, apparently. Difficulty 10, success. Don't have to use a card either. Difficulty 13. do anything. And anything I do doesn't make a difference to the damage I take. Which means it's over for us. And I wonder if that's because we were like destabilized there. Because he had no action points before, so he actually couldn't protect himself. Da-da-da-da-da-da. 7. Fail. I just feel like archers feel pointless. I haven't hit a single thing. It's all on you. Success. I think we did so confidently in that first one that we could like chill and let people get back on their horses and try and you know, do their thing, but not this time. 21? Can't do anything. I think I might be done for. Deadly wound. That's it. We're done for. Surrounded. Get him. Just try one time. Success! You hit a shot. Well done. If only you'd all done this on every other shot. Did not wound. Wow. Okay. Great. Didn't even do anything. You're so dead. Well. Shoot. Our archers were unable to protect the rest of Arthur's troops. The lances rained down, felling more men from our ranks. The assault ended in a humiliating defeat. At the top of the hill, King Lot advances, brandishing his short sword to urge his troops onward to the slaughter. An unknown knight, belonging to neither side, sneaks up behind the treacherous king and slits his throat. Lot falls face down on the ground, a stream of blood running down his neck. The regicidal knight has already disappeared into the trees. Whoa. Saved. The battle continued to rage for some time when the news of King Lot's death began to spread. The last disloyal lieutenants surrendered, followed by their men. Lot's death meant Arthur's victory, and soon the remaining rebel barons were laying down arms at Arthur's feet, surrendering their horses and swearing an oath of allegiance to him. I think we were supposed to lose. In the case you defeated Nero, King Lot's bodyguard, you got a decisive victory. It gives you Nero's flaming sword. But we did not. So... The following spring, in the year 514, Arthur and Guinevere were married with great pomp and ceremony at Caerleon. As part of her dowry, the new bride brought with her the round table that Merlin had long ago made for Arthur's father, Uther Pendragon himself. Upon Uther's death, Britain had descended into a period of turmoil and chaos, and so Leodegrance had taken the round table to protect it. At Caerleon Castle, a vast hall was built to accommodate the gigantic oak table. There, Arthur brought together the best knights in the world on an equal footing. Soon, Gawain joined Arthur's company of knights who had fought him in the Battle of Caerleon. The Round Table. I, Guinevere, Queen of the Kingdom of Logris, proclaim the beginning of 515 Anno Domini, which we will usher in the new era of prosperity and joy. Our most valiant knights have a seat at the round table, and Merlin has become Arthur's advisor. Now listen to the news that has reached my ears. On one hand, we are welcoming 2 new fighters. On the other hand, my husband met a very strange knight who has just agreed to join the round table. However, his acceptance was hard won. The High King had to face a singular ordeal. What ordeal? A knight of unrivaled strength challenged every man approaching a bridge to a duel. Griflet, freshly knighted, went off to fight him, but to be carried back to court unconscious by his horse. The High King set out to avenge Sir Griflet. Alas, his sword broke during the duel with the knight on the bridge. Merlin magically put the assailant to sleep to save Arthur. the wizard took Arthur to a lake, where the Lady of the Lake presented the sovereign with the sword Excalibur in its scabbard. Can anything be done to repair the stone sword? The sword has been broken beyond repair. As Merlin says, there's nothing to be done against the will of Providence, yet when it takes, it also gives. Excalibur is proof. What happened to the sleeping knight? The opponent awoke, stunned to have lost his duel. His name is Pellinor, King of the Far Isles, the mysterious knight who killed King Lot of Orkney. Arthur, delighted, invited him to the Round Table without further ado. This displeased Gawain and his brothers, who took a dim view of their father's murderer joining the Round Table. What about Excalibur? Arthur's father, Uther Pendragon, had already received these enchanted weapons from Nimue, the Fey guardian of the lake, but he later died at the same water's edge, poisoned by the Saxons in battle. Nimue took back both sword and scabbard. Any other news? Very well, sire. What would you like to know? Merlin. Merlin is said to be the child of a virgin and a spirit, or yet others say the devil himself. He possesses the gift of seeing both the past and the future, and is a master of the art of metamorphosis, MadMorphosis. His knowledge goes back to the dawn of time. The two new knights? Griflet, Sir Bedivere's cousin, despite his young age, a strong sense of honour. The second, Sir Sagramore, is none other than the nephew of the Emperor of Constantinople, hot-headed and tempestuous, a furious fighter. Recruit new knights to the Round Table from Arthur's actions. Click on the recruitment icon to recruit a knight. Sir Griflet. Okay. Recruit. Take your seat at the table. Only Arthur has the power to choose an adventure. Select his banner to get started. Which one's Arthur's banner? Go on a quest. So we start here, it would seem, and select quests to go on. Select an available adventure. We have The Green Knight. I've read that book. You can hear me read this. Sir Gawain and the Green Knight. In full. Read it ages ago on the podcast. It's on Spotify and YouTube everywhere for free. Me reading it. It's really cool. It's only like 40 minutes long, the whole book. There was also the movie. On New Year's Eve, a terrifying knight arrives uninvited to Arthur's court. He challenges our heroes to strike him with their sword. One accepts and decapitates the unexpected guest, but in a curious twist of fate, our knight is condemned to undertake a purifying quest to the Green Chapel, where he too will challenge death. Or you have Lady Ragnell. During a hunting expedition in the Inglewood Forest, our knights come across a terrifying giant able to paralyze a victim with his gaze. Very quickly they realize their salvation and that of the entire country depends on their ability to answer the thorny question, what do women want most in the world? What do women want most in the world? Let me know in a comment below. And maybe you could pass this riddle. Go on a quest. I kind of want to know that answer to that, but I also really want to do the Green Knight because I'm familiar with the source material. Select a banner to view your knight's characteristics and assign them on occupation. So if we pick Arthur and we pick a quest, help choose your knights for this adventure. Look at the recommended traits. The useful ones for the successful quest would be sense, courtesy, will, wisdom, and authority. Traits indicated with the servant's icon are non-knightly, provided by your knight's servants, which you can see by hovering over the mouse. Group cohesion on a quest determines the number of grail cards you get. Go on a quest. Assign the join a quest occupation. Join a quest. Go on a quest. Take 6 knights with us. Okay. So how do I assign someone? So we need sense, courtesy, will, wisdom, and authority. Sense, courtesy. So who's the most courteous? Letter grants. So how do I tell you to go in here? Join quest, there we go. Now who's got a strong will? Sir Ector, you shall accompany me. accompany me on the quest, Sir Ector? 2 of 6. I can take 6, but now it's saying select a quest. Maybe Sir Ector can't come. Orpheus, join me. Orion, join me. Sir Gawain, it is your story after all. On the quest you cometh. Oh, I think Sir Ector is already on the quest. Oh, wait. Sir Arthur can't join. And, oh my god, look. Engage in romance. Knights performing feats to seduce their beloveds. Manage your domain. Go on pilgrimage. There's so many options. This is crazy. Sit on the perilous siege. Only the best knight in the world may sit on this magical seat without fear of being instantaneously burned alive by a great... What is that for a button? Face a challenge of difficulty 30 based on one trait from the soul sphere. Compete in tournaments. Serve the royal host. Train. This is crazy. So in-depth. Who's good? Grifflet's our new little friend. He can come with us. Okay, go on quest. Assign another occupation to the knights who do not go on an adventure, or they'll be chosen randomly. Occupations increase the characteristic of your knights during the coming year. So... you could say... Sir Orpheus is staying behind. He could go on a pilgrimage. Okay, so that's what these are. Do a romance, man. We're ready to go on the quest. One evening, as the knights were leaving, each year among the knights who do not leave for the next adventure, one knight is chosen to go alone on a quest. Choices will make the impact. Merlin beckoned Sir Bedivere to follow him. Once they were hidden from view behind an archway, the enchanter said to our knight, "Sire, to safeguard our king and kingdom, I need you to lead a most secret mission and be silent about it. Seek out all the male children of noble ancestry born on the 1st of May this year on the land of Britain. Once you've rounded them up, kill them without exception." Oh. Ask why you would do such a thing. Merlin tersely says he's had a vision. He saw Arthur and the kingdom fall because of a boy child born on the 1st of May. The only way to avoid it is for our hero to do as he's told. Does Arthur know of this? The enchanter looks grave, but does not answer. Tell him he'll take care of it. Merlin nods, satisfied. The enchanter proposes that the infants be put in a large ship, which Merlin will provide, and that the ship be sent crashing onto a reef. He urges Sir Bedivere to set off without delay. Our knight pensively takes leave of the enchanter. How can he possibly do what's been asked? After puzzling over it for some time, he thinks of a way to find the infants. Using a false name, organize a gathering for all young noble parents in the kingdom. Travel the kingdom yourself, face hidden with your most trusted men. Now, you don't... what's your sense? Your sense is 2. Okay, your authority is 3. Intrigue? What's that icon? I don't see intrigue here. Does not seem like you have. Authority it is. Sir Bedivere faces a hunting challenge. 12. Can I do a 10? Oh. Play one of your 1 cards, I guess. You have no inspiration. Face covered in coat of arms out of sight, our hero travels the kingdom with his men. He plans to be tricky, but weighed down by this underhand, cruel and dishonourable task, he commits a blunder with the very first victim. Throughout the game, group cohesion may change depending on changes in the group. Unmasked, he has no choice but to return the child to his parents. Merlin, disappointed and displeased, uses his art to silence the affair. So he failed. I mean, I just didn't have the cards. Nothing I could do. I guess that's what happens if you leave a crappy knight at home. What did you say? I said you're a crappy knight. Get off my table.
On the dark winter night, between the old year and the new, King Arthur gives a sumptuous feast at his court. The hour is late, the elegant ladies and noble barons have just retired. Only 6 knights remain in revelry with King Arthur. The atmosphere is light and merry. The meal is over and the wine barrels half empty. With a start, they all look up.
Dark the night, so cold and blustery, as the knights all gather feasting, there appears a giant fearsome, armor so bright green and leafy. Welcome, Green Knight, says the king, what good tidings do you bring? Laughs the giant, full of scorn. Look at you all, so high-born, so brave and proud, full of might, now too drunk to stand and fight. What good knight, fallen so low, will now meet me blow for blow?
So cool. Sir Gawain, that's what it is in the story, right?
The best knight, most true and brave, now does answer this call grave. Take this sword now, cries the knight, strike me down with all your might. He takes sword and strikes the head, but the giant is not dead. Look, the headless knight now walks, and holds its own head that talks. The moon shall but wax and wane, 12 times ere we meet again. Come to the green chapel thence, to receive your blow in kind. The Green Knight now leaves the hall, and there falls a deathly pall. Our knight stands so pale and shaken, but with comrades not forsaken.
So cool. What a unique game. The group now has 6 members, so now we're Sir Gawain on the way to the Green Chapel to receive the blow.
Our hero arrived at a moor of ice and snow. With the Green Chapel less than a week's ride away, he should be in time to honor his challenge.
So it's like he challenged him to hit him and said, then I hit you back, and he thought, well, I killed you with my hit, but he wasn't dead. So now on his honor, he goes to receive the second half of the game, which is that Green Knight to strike him back with the same blow. So it's like he knows he's going to die and going to his death, essentially. Just on his honor of having agreed to that game to go blow for blow.
Our knight sees a beautiful lady in her middle years, picking berries. Before they can even exchange a greeting, noise rings out. And shortly after, 6 headless knights come running in their direction, seeming alive as can be. In combat position, each with a hand on his pommel, they prepare to attack. Frightened, the lady calls out to our hero, telling him to prepare to fight.
Ah, so cool. Like, that feels like where the game's really going to get going on those adventures and stuff. Everything else felt like a tutorial. That was awesome. So unique. I can't wait. Even if I, like, don't cover it again, I'm so going to play this for myself. Like, that was very, very cool. Thank you for joining me. Check out those videos on the screen if you want to go on another adventure with me. Let me know what you thought of this one in a comment below, of course. Hopefully you liked it. Hit that like button and subscribe for more indie games, cozy games, games you never heard of. Check out my podcast if you want to hear me read the tale of Sir Gawain and the Green Knight. That is Down to Sleep everywhere you get podcasts. You can find all the links that you need below this video, including my channel where I talk about movies. Until next time, thank you for watching, and good night.